Right, I told you we had some great Campanelli in our show today, and this is a doozy of a pack-up. This is 6 pieces that you're getting. You're getting 4 sponges, 2 microfiber sponges, 1 round, 1 rectangle, 2 chenille sponges, 1 round, 1 rectangle, and 2 large drying mats. And by large, I mean 16.5 by 18 inches in your choice of pattern/color. This is V85378 Campanelli, the first family of clean on a mission to rid us of the single-use products like paper towels, like the throwaway sponges, like all the things that we're just spending on, and it feels like it's never ending. Bring in Campanelli because you use them over and over and over, because you wash these, you throw these in the washing machine.
Yeah, I mean, it's never ending.
Everybody.
You want to know why it's never ending?
Why?
Because you got to throw this in the garbage.
Yeah.
They want you to replace this sponge once per week, and they don't even give you a drying mat. Right?
They don't, let alone 2.
You want to look
Let
at
me
the
show
colors?
everybody the colors. Come on over here with me. All right, so we just have 2 colors for you to choose from. What works best in your home? Do you love it in the taupe and patterned on one side, clean on the other, or do you want it in the aqua? And this is everything that you're getting. Here is your diamond fiber, and here is your chenille and microfiber, diamond fiber, microfiber. There we go. And same thing in your rectangles.
Yep.
And then 2 of the drying mats.
2 very large drying mats.
They're big.
Yeah, 16 by 18 so that you can do everything. I have these set out. We'll come to this later. But almost everything in the show that if you were to hand wash, right, that you can't put the Zakarian pan in the dishwasher, but you need a place to dry it.
Yep.
So why not put it out on the countertop with all of your...
This is everything in the show.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God,
everything
Chris.
in the show, right?
That's how much capacity.
Isn't that great?
That's impressive.
That's a lot, right. So, but the whole idea is they want you to go to the store and replace those, or they want you to buy these replaceable sponges once a week. They're replaceable because you have to throw them away.
Yeah.
And then when you smell that sour smell, that's bacteria. So when you think you're cleaning, you're actually spreading germs. Our sponge is very, very different. We have diamond fiber on one side. Diamond fiber is like millions of diamond-shaped edges that are going to scrub without scratching. And then, of course, on the other side, we have premium microfiber from Microfiber towels. But do they work better than the other one? Of course they do. So there's a little bit of water on here. There's this egg yolk, tomato sauce, and gravy browning, and we burn it on with a blowtorch. But what we're going to do is we're going to go back and forth with a little bit of elbow grease. I'm not using a specialty cleaner or anything like that. I don't have to worry about getting, like, you know, that caustic cleaner to clean my glass stovetop. I'm using all of this. Everything gets trapped in the diamond fiber. I'm going to flip it over and use the microfiber side to clean up after myself. And here's the best part. When this gets dirty and sad, unlike any other sponge that I know of, I put it in the washing machine, I put it in the dryer, and I come out with a nice, fresh, clean, sanitized sponge that I get to use for years and years and years. So much so, you and I presented a sponge set, I think it was yesterday maybe, or the day before? Yeah. I did not share this with you. So you know our friend Nancy Hornback, right?
Yes, very well.
Former host. She now does, I think, Northern Nights.
Yeah.
She chased me down in the hallway with this sponge. She said, I had to give you this because I finally retired it after 10 years. 10 years she used the same sponge. So what's the choice? You could use this for a week and throw it away, or, I'm not making a claim here, but Nancy used her sponge for 10 years.
That's amazing.
Isn't that crazy?
Think about how much money Nancy Hornback saved.
Right.
So much money Nancy Hornback saved.
These are not getting cheaper. They're getting more expensive, right?
Everything is.
Okay, so these green and yellow sponges, they can scratch your nonstick pan. So we're going to go back and forth a couple times on this nonstick pan.
It hurts.
Yep, it hurts because it's ruined. See that? We'll show you here. That is now scratched and ruined. Ours is very different. So again, the diamond fiber on the other side, we're going to scrub back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, but we are not scratching that nonstick pan. Right? And then you're saying, well, that's great. What is diamond fiber? Diamond fiber is still made of microfiber, but it's made of millions of diamond-shaped edges that scrub without scratching on that one side. That's a glass stovetop there. You don't have to worry about scratching it using only water or your favorite cleaner. Then, of course, you flip it over, use the microfiber side to clean up after yourself. And then, like I've said before, unlike any other sponge that I know of, you're going to take it, put it in the washing machine, put it in the dryer, and then you're going to use it for years and years.
Any special instructions on the washing machine process?
Just follow the directions on the tag, which is like machine wash cold, tumble dry low, so that way you're not, I always say treat it like a Berkshire blanket. You want to treat it a little bit gentle, wash it on cold, dry it on warm or cold or something like that. But here's a traditional cellulose sponge, right? This is supposed to remove that grease. This is axle grease. It could be cooking grease or soap scum. Axle grease, nasty stuff. But that's going to end up in the garbage can, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe the grease off my hand. But so one side is that diamond fiber, the other side is microfiber. Now, microfiber is millions of little fingers that are lifting, trapping, and removing the mess. in one single pass. But unlike that cellulose sponge that ends up in the garbage can, when this gets dirty, I put it in the washing machine, put it in the dryer, and I use it over and over and over again. Again, instead of throwing away
Axle grease is disgusting,
it is.
Chris.
But you can wash it, though.
But you can wash it.
Right? Okay.
Okay.
The chenille sponge. What did we do with the
Yes.
chenille sponge? You can see this has got like little fingers in here. And what we do is we've increased the surface area of the microfiber by putting the chenille in here. And what does that do for you? Well, watch this. This is almost like a suds factory. So once you add a little bit of that soap, just a dab of that soap, you want to make sure that the things that you're using are going to last longer. And the same thing goes with the soap that you're using for washing your dishes, right? Same thing. That chenille is going to increase the surface area of that microfiber, so you're going to use less suds, but it's going to make more of it. You're going to use less soap, but make more suds.
Okay.
And that's
so now
what I
we're
love.
saving money there too.
Now we're saving money.
We're not going through our dish soap so quickly. Remember, you have your choice real fast of either the taupe set or the aqua set. And we'll show you that in a second, but I like your demos more.
All right. How about this here? We're talking about not just for cleaning, how about for food prep also, right? So you get potatoes. Potatoes are grown in the dirt. You want to make sure that you clean them before you cook them. Look at all of the nastiness that comes off of a potato because it grows in the dirt. But most of the nutrients are inside of the skin, so you want to make sure that you can cook it. And again, you can put this in the washing machine, put it in the dryer, and then use it for years and years instead of throwing it away. So it's a multi-use tool in the kitchen, the bathroom, anywhere in the garage or something like that.
You're getting 6 pieces, right? You're getting 2 rounds, you're getting 2 rectangles, you're getting chenille, you're getting diamond fiber, you're getting microfiber, and you're getting the 2 drying mats. It works out to be $4.16 a piece that you will use literally for years to come.
For at least, you know, Nancy Hornback used hers for 10 years, right? Now, I show you this because this is a sponge that's just designed to scrub, and you know what? It does a good job at scrubbing, but it also makes a much bigger mess. So using ours, the diamond fiber side is the scrubbing side.
Just using water.
Just using a little bit of tap water. Now listen, if you're tied to your favorite cleaner, you can also use that, like GP66, which I know you had on earlier in the show. But here's the thing, scrub, flip, and then you're wiping it and absorbing it up. But when this gets dirty, what do? I put it in the washing machine, I put it in the dryer, and I use it for years and years and years.
Come on over here so I can show what you get. Oh, don't take it away, Joe. I need that. This is everything that you're getting. The 2 rounds, the 2 rectangles, the 2 oversized drying mats as well. So this is the taupe. And then this is the aqua, $24.98. It's $8.33 on your Easy Pay. It is V85378. There he is.
Hi.
Hi. Chris Campanelli.
Thank you,
love you so much. Bye. I'll see you soon.
Yes.